Hello and welcome to more playing through all of these games and more. Alright, today we are starting on The First Tree by David Wheel, perhaps is how you pronounce it. So, the story ends at the beginning of life. The First Tree is a third-person exploration game centered around two parallel stories, a fox trying to find her missing family and a son reconnecting with his estranged father in Alaska. Players take control of the fox on a poignant and beautiful journey that crescendos at the source of life and perhaps results in an understanding of death. Along the way, players can uncover artifacts and stories from the son's life as he becomes intertwined in the fox's journey towards the first tree. So I personally, and probably a lot of other people, have been struggling with the themes of death recently, and I didn't know that when I selected this game to play today, so I think that makes it just that much more fitting. And so let's look at the features. This is not a fox simulator. A bunch of people must have thought that. But an emotional, intimate story by a one-man team. Wow. With an ending you won't soon forget. Oh man. Featuring a gorgeous orchestral soundtrack by acclaimed artists like Message to the Bears, Lowercase Noises, and Josh Kramer. A story-driven puzzle game about 2 hours long with some light puzzle-solving, platforming, and no enemies. Wow, okay, this seems like it'll be really great. I better get my headphones on though so I can hear that orchestra. Alright, time to get emotional. So keep in mind, I guess, that this was produced by a one-man team. Among the ranks of Stardew Valley and tons of other amazing games by one person. Alright, this must be us. Move fox, move camera.
Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Jump. Interact. Alright, I think we maybe got it. Okay. We got run down. I like the little icon in the corner that tells you when you are running, I think. That's what it is. I'm not hearing any music so far. This is giving me Barbie Horse Adventure vibes. I feel like everything is, though. Okay, we can double jump.
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not
this environment, if we can just take a sec
a lot's happened the past couple
to appreciate this environment. I love this cloud texture.
Not going to sleep anyway.
Very nice, very nice. And, you know, here's our cute little guy. I think we could zoom.
Alright.
Yes. Well, can't really see him too well, but he's cute. So it looks like you can actually just hard press Y to run and then press it again to turn the running off, which is a nice feature, so you don't have to hold it down the whole time. The sun is very pretty, especially with that camera flare. Is that what it's called? The lens flare, that's what it's called. Oh. Oh. Oh, a little baby.
So
oh no.
Far from her home, she followed that path to
Oh.
something unexpected.
Oh no. Is this... Okay, I actually don't know if I'm on the verge of tears here. I don't know if this is a good game to play. I don't think I can emotionally handle this. Oh shoot. I don't think I can interact anymore. I think that's it. Ugh. Okay. I just need a minute to collect myself, sorry. Alright, I guess I just need to prepare myself for the rest of the game then, if that's how it's gonna be.
She had to find her other two
Alright,
children.
well,
So she took that
it
path.
delivered what it promised.
She followed it towards
Right
something
from the
ancient.
start, so gotta
Something
stay
with
strong.
answers.
Does this count as exposure therapy? Oh wow. That is beautiful. So pretty. Alright, and the reason that I couldn't hear the soundtrack at the beginning where I thought nothing was playing is because my headphones are broken. So unfortunately I missed out on whatever emotional heartstring pulling melody was playing at the time that I found that cub. But I'm just gonna play it out loud so that I can hear it. So I'm sorry if it echoes a little bit, but before I turn it back down again, I'll just give you a little piece of what it sounds like. Isn't that amazing?
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Alright, well, I didn't know that there was a talking element to this. I know that is vital to the gameplay, I'm assuming, and I probably already missed something important. So I'm just going to move the mic a little closer to me, move the speakers a little further from the mic, and hope that the echo is not too bad, I guess. Because I do need to hear this audio element, and unfortunately I have no backup headphones, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Okay, more of these sparkles. Are they gonna be more sad things? Ooh. I see some shadows of birds. Just so beautiful. And there are no enemies, I think it said, so I don't have to... That's a big shadow. So I don't have to be on alert, I don't think. Which is good for a game that is centered around death, apparently. I appreciate the added comfort of not having to be on alert all the time. See this shiny thing over here. So I guess I'll go there first. Ooh, I can dig, or I can jump. Dig.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distracted me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be so cruel.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Wow. So, I guess I'm putting together that I'm just kind of piecing together this boy's memories a little bit. I'm almost positive that when I stumbled upon that cub, I don't know if fox babies are called cubs earlier, I'm sure there was some kind of narration as well. Oh, I can't get in here. This reminds me of a something we had at our playground growing up. I think I saw some bunnies around here. Maybe I missed them. Is this another toy? I don't think I can interact with it, I guess. Still a cool touch. Wow, I love this texture on the snow with the rain. That is so beautiful. Alright, I think I should make my way to that town. But I think I lost my sights. Oh, I'll just follow these glowy things.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father.
See if I can get these. Oh. Oh no, so close. I love the little footprints as well. I wonder if you can see them very well. It has like the same light blue glow as these markers have.
Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough. He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Alright, so we know that his dad is a toy maker. He's in the military. There's a lot about his dad that he doesn't know. I'm not quite sure who he's talking to yet. I'm sure we'll find out. Oh wow, and this is Nate. Just have a real tank next to the toy tank. I wonder if I can get in here. No. It's like, yeah, it's covered in like an ice kind of texture. It's very, very dreamlike. Alright, I wonder where I'm supposed to go. I remember seeing maybe a town or a village, but maybe I didn't see that. See a little something up here. I think it's another one of these coins? Stars? I'm not sure what I can call them. Things that I'm collecting for an unknown purpose so far. Look at him go. Got it. Only took about 10 tries. What is this? More coins. Oh, we have some school supplies? Maybe. But no memory I can look at so far. Okay, so we're back where we came a little bit with this rocket ship. So let me try to go back to where we started and I'll see if I can see that village. Bunnies! They do not like me, and I understand. Alright, so I guess there was no village. I guess it was just all of these rocks and stuff that I'm seeing. Wow, just check that out. I do see this thing up here that looks like it's not part of the just glowing background. So I guess we'll check that out. Oh, it's right next to the tank, so all I had to do was jump up there. It's very steep all around, so I'm gonna have to think critically about how to get up here. Alright, maybe I have to start very high up and then try to scale down to it. This is some extremely steep terrain, and I don't know how far it's gonna let me go up. Maybe if I try to sidestep it a little bit. Huh. How can I get up here? Alright, we might be onto something? Oh, so close, so close. Alright. We are all the way up here. That shiny thing is all the way down there. Okay, let's use this vantage point. So, I'm not sure if those other things are things that I need or if it's just the sun. But I guess we'll find out eventually. Wow, this is terrifying. Oh, is that as far as I can go? Oh no. Yeah, I'm really unsure of how to get there. Well, down we go, I guess. Alright, I guess we can go towards this giant glowing thing over here. Oh, is this new? I think this part is new. It's very dark. It's like another... some kind of picnic area with a slide, little playground. I'm so small. I'm so small. Alright, so there are two shinies up here. Ooh, and something else down here maybe? Something purple? Little tent maybe? Oh, that's sweet. I wonder, what is this on the ground? Chip wrappers? That's kind of cute. Alright, now we have to figure out how to get up here. This one looks like it might be a little easier than the other one, maybe. Alright, so this is just more of these collectible things. Oh, I guess I have to jump for this one as well. Alright, that one was a little easier. And I believe there was something up here as well. Looks like another memory to unlock. And this is a cardboard box oven. Alright, another memory, here we come.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
So we know he has a connection to the animals in the woods. What I gathered from that is maybe he is an illustrator. The things that he mentions in that little memory about how he used to draw up and imagine the little hideouts with the chips and cookies and everything, that is what I'm seeing. So I guess in instead of like the actual area where this boy used to exist, I'm thinking that this is more of kind of a a created space, a mental space, as opposed to a real one. So this must be in relation to his father, with the mention of the military. Oh, something else down here. Does that mean I'm headed in the right direction or the wrong direction? Well, I don't know if we've been over here yet, so I guess I'll just go over here. Oh, what is this? Wow, okay. I assumed that was all of the game. Oh, wow. Okay, so there must be different stages. So that was winter. You know what, I wonder if this kind of correlates with the stages of, not necessarily the stages of grief, but how grief heals in a way. Because in the first one, which was winter, here's a little firecracker there, that is where we found the cub, and we got a lot of memories of the father and stuff. So I wonder if it will progress at all. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but you know, I don't know. Let's just play it.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom, so I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
I can relate to the part of the teenage sentiment. Angsty, drawing things. Next memory is easily visible. Oh, there's a cop car. That should be an interesting one. And desk. Maybe a detention desk. Okay, there's something on here. Oh, okay. So this is a police thing? Is that supposed to be me? The little long-haired boy? Let's find out.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they had come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
This game would be so wonderful in VR, I think. I think the style lends itself really well to VR because you can explore such deeper concepts like this, deeper stories and things like that without having to worry about the graphics being realistic, which I think a lot of people focus on way too much when you could have something beautiful and dreamlike like this and have an incredible story to complement it. That's just what I like to see. Alright, so I see these two people here again who were on the desk. We have a new chief, some letters, maps. So I'm sure we will learn about this in a minute here. Ooh, butterflies. Oh, they're following me, I think. Will they help me get this thing? Oh, yeah, they did make me fly a little higher. That's really cute. Oh, I still need the butterflies. This is fun. This is a nice, I do remember seeing that there were puzzle solving things. So this is nice. Alright, we got one, and I can probably get this one by jumping off. But I probably need to get back up there, don't I? That lighting is so pretty. Oh wow, is that a waterfall? Interesting. That's an interesting texture? Is that the word I'm looking for? Design? I guess we'll go down here. Whoa! Oh, here's that truck they were driving around. Alright, more butterflies. I assume I need these. Oh, I used them up already. Alright, I probably need them to get to the truck, maybe? Ooh, there's a hidden one right here. Very nice. Wow, there's so much to explore over here. I wonder if I can miss things. You know, like I wonder if there's already things that I've missed. I wonder how it knows to progress the level. I guess probably if I collect everything.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head, gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? Surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, make this right, to himself, more than to me.
It looks like we are gonna get to jump into the waterfall, maybe? Okay. Not really sure what I was supposed to do. Oops. Alright. Oh, the barber shop. So I saw this barbershop and a piece of paper. The barbershop was on the map on the chalkboard that we saw earlier. I don't remember if it had any certain significance to it. Oh. Oh wow, we need three sets of butterflies to reach this. Alright, so I got up to the truck. I don't really think that'll help me though. Except for these little shinies. So as soon as you jump, the butterflies go away, so I feel like the ones that you have to jump to get to should be first. Alright, so we have them. Just have to try really hard not to jump. We have them. And then hopefully we can walk up this rock. Maybe I just need two. Because I really don't know how I would get all three.
My friends would laugh about that night, and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, and able to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Oh, more hidden shinies. I wonder if this will go through all 4 seasons? I mean, this kind of looks like spring.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Alright, so there must have been a part I missed a little bit, but it sounds like maybe he's dreaming of this fox, which is us. So I love all of the obscure connections going on. Him to the fox, and then us as the fox to him. These kind of look like geysers, maybe? Little, is that what they're called? I don't know. Little steam pockets. Oh, okay. Did we make it to the next thing? Since this is a relatively short game, I have been playing for a little over an hour now. So I think this will be a good place to pick up. So I hope you're enjoying this game so far. I am very much in love with this, and I'm excited to share the rest of it with you. So please tell me what you think so far, and the next part will be up soon. I will see you then.